Good night, everyone. I am Dale Elliott, and you are watching the Dale Elliott podcast. You might not realize, but it is late night right now. A lot of people know I live in Los Angeles, California. And if you never know, if you check the internet, you see a lot of fires all over the place. And it's very scary. It's very scary, but as a Jamaican, I think we take a lot of things for joke and a lot of things for granted. And today has really been like an eye opener for me in terms of the way how the year started. Started 25, very motivated. You know, got my own space, did a successful tour last year, and just ready to take on the new year. Mission 2025. If you're not familiar with my channel, please subscribe, become a part of the family, and grow with me. But I am just here to touch on the topic of these California fires and how it has become a big eye opener for me. Because this basically shows me that at any given time, you can lose everything. Now, I live in Hollywood, California, and yesterday I witnessed the Hollywood sign in flames, and I couldn't believe it. I think the Hollywood sign is a staple for anybody who knows. You mention California, you have to mention the Hollywood sign. And the reason why that was such a shocking feeling to me is because I always believe in environments, and I moved to a building that on the top floor of that building, I can always look straight from the gym and I can see the Hollywood sign. And yesterday, while in the gym, looking across on the Hollywood sign was red. And I couldn't believe it. I was witnessing all of the hills burnt. And the average Jamaican, when they move to the States, they always stick to the East Coast. And for me, I love film. I like entertainment, and I feel like this is the place that I come and my dreams will come true. And I've been adamant that this is the place I call home. This is the only home I know since I've been in America. And this place always makes me want to work hard. One of the things I do for fun, I like to ride bikes on Santa Monica. It is how I cool my brain. Whenever I am stressed, however I want to de-stress, whatever I want to do, I always just drive to Pacific Palisades, and I always park and ride my bicycle, and I always look on all the houses on that strip, and I always tell myself, yo, one day I am going to buy one of those houses. And it has been very fun for me to do that. It's been very motivating. And just like Sunset Hills, I always drive on Sunset Boulevard and I always look on the mountains and I always say, I want one of these houses on these mountains. Because in order to live in some of those areas, you have to be very wealthy, or you probably have inherited that house, because these are some of the most expensive properties in California. So I like to be in those environments where I get to just really, daydream. Imagine that one day I will own one of these houses. And today I decided to drive on those same streets that I always daydream and say, oh, I want to own this house and I want to own this house and that car, this driveway, overlooking the beach, the waves, the beautiful Pacific Ocean. And today I went there and it was empty. It was empty. There was nothing there. All rubble. No, a lot of people in California are homeless as of today. And it is out of the blue. It is amazing how a fire can change the whole dynamics of a city. And it is amazing how you cannot plan when some things are going to happen. Because the shock that it gave me was that the houses that I saw burning today was my goal. Those houses, that is what I used to look at as when I get to the point where I'm satisfied and I feel like I have completed life, I am going to own a house in Malibu or on Sunset Boulevard in the hills. And to see those people now rushing for shelters and losing everything. And now people, we're talking about millions of dollars. This is not monkey money. This is not, oh yeah, work hard and buy a $400,000 house, which is like the average American dream. No, these people have exceeded the American dream and transcend it into something else. And these people are very successful people in their careers, whether it is entertainment, the medical field, comedy, no matter what it is. So when I saw that a lot of these people lose all of what they had, and I am here struggling and working and moving forward and looking at them as a pinnacle, and to think that one fire, we don't know how it started, but it's a possibility. It could be a cigarette, it could be a spark, but just to think that one fire and some breeze have erased everything these people have ever worked for, it kind of feels very humbling. And it let me appreciate the journey a lot more. The journey that this road that I am on right now, it really opened my eyes to really stop and enjoy what I'm doing. Stop and appreciate loved ones. Stop and appreciate some of the possessions that you have, because trust me, one day you can go to work and you can come home and there is nothing. And a lot of people out there are saying, oh, the people in the house, they're already rich, so they are okay. I think that is the most selfish, most stupid analogy ever. Because trust me, a house is probably your only symbol of hard work. And to lose that completely, that's a different kind of hurt. And the funny thing about a lot of rich people and poor people is that a lot of the people that lose their properties today, whether we like it or not, they have the means, the know-how, the ability, the drive to go and get it again, because they've done it before. So my condolences go out to everybody who's like lost a loved one and lost property, because this is not a rich or poor situation. To be outside and the sky red, feel like I was in the apocalypse. And the normal phone call from people all over, yo, you're okay? What is happening? And honestly, I've been fine. I haven't been affected by the fires physically or property wise. But in terms of, it's an eye-opening experience to realize that you can really lose everything. And for some reason, we millennials are continuously realizing that we can lose everything. In 2020, there was a pandemic stopped everybody from working. We had everything, but we couldn't use it. Now in 2025, there's a fire which burns away everything you have. So now we have the freedom with no possessions. So at the end of the day, it's like we're picking with poison. So we really just have to live and enjoy ourselves and just create a goal and work towards it. But at the end of the day, just know that you can work towards that goal and somebody light a matches and burn it all down. Yeah, that was really a shock to me today. To see Runyon Canyon where I go exercise fire. Pacific Palisades where the Pacific Palisades I used to drive through the Pacific Palisades and look at the hills and look at the houses and like it remind me so much of Jamaica because of the terrain and to just see all of that just flat. Crazy. Crazy. And the thing is, what a lot of people don't realize is that the new year has just started. Where it is what, January 8th? So basically, you're saying to me that in the first week, something as catastrophic as this happened to California. And I don't think this is the end of it. Everyone knows that January is a month where anything can happen. And a lot of things happen in January. So I am still kind of on the fence, because for me, I'm taking a risk right now, as usual. But I am going to reap the benefits, of 2025. But it's early. It's just January. And this happened, and we don't understand the economic ramifications of this as yet. Because let's just be real now. The fires in LA took place in, I would say, the areas where the people have a lot of net worth. And if they have a lot of net worth, they're probably entrepreneurs. Therefore, they probably own businesses. These people are probably musicians, actors, producers, music producers, labor owners, like big executives. These people now employ thousands or millions of people in California. So what you're saying to me now is that the bosses are now homeless and the workers know what you think the boss is going to do. If they don't have a home, and I am sure the insurance companies are not going to just pay out this money, and they're not going to pay out this money tomorrow. And at the end of the day, you cannot put price on sentimental values. There is going to be some serious economic changes in California that I feel can spread all across America. So I've mentioned the term recession before, and I always like worry that maybe there will be a recession or something is going to happen. And today alone, there was more land in California today that burnt completely flat than the entire borough of Manhattan. That is the amount of property damage and land damage that was done today. So we don't know how far this is going to go. But I am 100% sure that a lot of changes will be made. So either a lot of people are going to be laid off. Now we are going to have to think about the property values. Now if whole towns are flat, what is going to happen to these people that owned them $30 million house? Now the $30 million house probably worth $500,000. Who is going to come in and buy these houses? Did somebody light these fires? These are the questions a lot of people are going to ask. Because in reality, the property values of all those burnt houses are going to go down because there's no more houses. And If I used to live in one of those houses, I wouldn't want to move back there. I wouldn't want to be a part of the rebuilding project because there's no money. So now we're probably going to see a big migration of wealth from the hills to the seashore or to inland California because fire insurance is going to go through the roof. So a lot of the rich people in California right now are probably going to move closer into the lands out of the mountains so that the same thing don't happen again. Insurance is going to go through the roof. So if you have a property right now, your fire insurance is going to be super high. And it is already high. So if you're here, you need to be prepared for what is going to happen. But I don't think that the burning is just a scratch of the surface. I feel like maybe next week, when things kind of settle, we will really see the damage that is really been done. Because even the house, for instance, if a house is worth 10 million, but I have a car collection stored in that house and my car collection is worth 20 million, and I have a safe in that house with 15 watches, each watch worth a minimum of 40,000. I have a diamond in that same safe and a storage of some money. And then I have art and I store a lot of art in my house. And then I have sentimental things in the house. Oh, maybe I bought this furniture from Africa. Maybe this is mahogany wood. Maybe I got this in Norway. There is a lot of artifacts, gifts. There's a lot of furnitures that is super expensive. So we cannot just say, okay, then the insurance is going to give them 10 million. What about the valuables in the house? So this is where I know things are going to be very tricky, and I am interested to see how this will play out. But all I know, I just wish everybody the best. And this is America. You know, we experience a lot of things, A lot of people say earlier today that I wasn't really worried and I was kind of insensitive. And I was like, no, I'm not insensitive. I feel their pain. I see what people are going through. It's just that I used to play football in hurricane and I experienced hurricane. And I see house bundung a lot of time in Jamaica. I just never see it on this large scale before. And it happened so fast that I was kind of like taken aback. I was like, oh no, this is not real. No, this is real. This is some foolishness. The internet is telling lies because I am in my apartment and I'm saying, no, I don't see nothing happening. But when I go outside and I went on top of my roof and I saw the hill burning, I was like, whoa, shit. So, hey, make we see what is going to change. But I am just here giving you an update about what I saw and how the fire changed a lot of things for me, how it changed my perspective. A lot of the places that were being burnt, these are the places that I used to, while playing GTA Grand Theft Auto, I used to drive up to Santa Monica and look. And then the moment I moved to America and California, I went to Santa Monica and I look up and I said, yo, I used to see this in GTA. And that is why I fall in love with that side of California, because that is like my dream. Like today, I witness my dream empty. And that kind of shocking. Sometimes it wonder like, hey, what am I working for if one day I can lose everything? Because Pacific Palisades, driving through that place to see just rubble, it's very not something I expect. Put it that way. But anyways, people, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm out.